Packers to Green Bay, and this was the scene a few moments ago as the green and gold made their way out of the historic tunnel. They're ready to go as they get set to match up with the Los Angeles Chargers. Charles and I have been looking forward to this one all week, and off we go from Lambeau. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Now he'll try to run with this. Now the ball comes loose and picked up by the Chargers. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. And that one coming on his opening carry of the season. Do you give him a mulligan?
You would like to, but this game counts. If this was preseason, he'd get a mulligan. But this is for real, so not expecting that at all. Got to find a way to take care of it. I'm sure he'll get other opportunities.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and try not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
Play action this time for Justin Herbert. He'll get this out wide to Eckler. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. After getting that turnover on the first drive of the game, you'd hate to just stall out the momentum, go 3 and out. They're able to avoid that there.
Yeah, we talk about complementary football all the time, but I think it's a little bit deeper than that. Defense went out, forced a turnover, gave the ball to the offense. It's now the offense's responsibility to pay that off for them, to show respect to them. Hey, you guys got some turnover. We appreciate it. They want to continue their drive.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
From the 16, Herbert. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 19. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. McDonald. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down. Executed it to perfection. He's going to wind up and air it out. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Similar to a shooter in basketball, just connected on the previous shot. They run another set for him on the next play. Now, we had a guy who made the catch. They tried to get the big one downfield, but came up empty.
McDonald sets to throw. This one to the right, caught by Valdez-Scantling. And shedding the tackle, and now some room. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. Out of the pistol, the give to Jones. Broke through some contact, but unable to reach the 40. So they get half of what they needed. It'll be 3rd and 6 upcoming.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. Here's McDonald to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, when you've got a tight end who can run, you've got to give him a shot to unlock the defense. Want to see what they can get, taking the big shot downfield. That one winds up incomplete.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
Escaping the pressure right. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Herbert setting up to throw on first down. Going deep for Hopkins, and that is incomplete.
So many times we see teams go on the road and want to lean on their running game, but this crew just announced they're going to try and air it out and make hay downfield.
Second and 10. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. He gets home for the sack.
Well, here's where having mobility sometimes can work against you as a quarterback. He thinks he can retreat and outrun the pressure. But that time, they zeroed in on him and took him down for a big loss, partner.
A really big loss. On 4th down, punt coming from Braden Mann. No score after 1 on EA Sports. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here 1st and 10. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short. Play action. It's McDonald. Throw left side, complete to Foster.
And they pick up a first down, and that came out of the fullback position. But as you and I both know, that doesn't necessarily mean it's a fullback playing in that spot.
Well, times have changed, right? The old school fullback doesn't really exist anymore.
We're not getting that same player out of college with all the spread offenses, not very many pro style where you actually have a true fullback. We're having to make do in the NFL and put guys in that spot who emulate it but aren't necessarily that position.
And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. 2 yards the loss, second and 12.
Well, as a wideout, when you take that handoff and you're coming around the edge, you're expecting to see nothing but empty space in front of you. But if not...
Well, things can go south in a hurry, and that's exactly what we saw on that play with a loss. So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up second and 12. Now the toss to Jones, running right. Fights off the defender, and he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to bring up a third and about 7 left.
On a second and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on third down.
Out of the gun, McDonald. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the sign judge. And that's good enough for a first down. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
Second down, another shot for Jones. And he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. Throwing is McDonald. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. That sack by Tremaine Edmonds. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And the Packers are off to a 3-0 lead. So 3 drives now for this offense, and that field goal gives them their first 3 points.
So if you're an offensive coordinator and you're averaging a point a drive, you're in the wrong line of work, aren't you? You got to find a way to unlock the key to these defenses and put some big points on the board.
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? Turnover, you just noted it on the first drive.
Punt's better than turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn into first downs and hopefully points.
Coming up on a 2nd and 6. Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Justin Herbert looking to pass. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And a return will stop right around the 25.
And that's not the second time he's picked up the pass here in the first half alone. Again, another great read defensively. And you just see him get in the right position to make the play and get his guys the football back.
On first down, McDonald. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
I think we can all understand what they're thinking right now. They take over the ball in field goal range after the turnover, so they've got that in their hip pocket. But they've got to go for the end zone and turn this into bigger points. Their thinking is a touchdown is really what they should get from starting.
And it's a Packers touchdown. Devontae Adams, 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Packers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead grows to 10-0. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Well, speed is definitely a calling card if you play cornerback in this league, and he does a terrific job there of hustling in quickly to make the play. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
From the 22, Herbert. Hopkins on the grab over the middle.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
This is swung out to Eckler. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and short. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. And this will be caught in the end zone for a Chargers touchdown. A great play there with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Chargers get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is down to a field goal. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Taken at about the 1. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And they may just be content to take this 3-point lead and head into the locker room. From the gun, it's McDonald. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing again. McDonald looking downfield for Jones. And it's intercepted. Picked off at the 23. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Certainly feels like the classic second guess, but let's be honest about it. They had a chance going to halftime with the lead. Why did they take a chance with a throw there? I don't understand that.
Well, that's what I'm wondering. And now this defense has to try to protect that lead going into the locker room. After the turnover, here's Herbert. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Herbert. It's complete to Cook. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash, it's a 41-yard attempt. And his kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Okay, Coach, yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Charger drive about to get going. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tied game. No need to panic, no need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us. That's a nice throw there, and he's obviously feeling pretty good because, remember, he had a touchdown pass on the last drive, and here he comes out throwing again, and they wind up getting good yardage and a first down right out of the gate.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On the give, this is Eckler. Now room for Eckler. And all the way down to the 41-yard line.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
On first down, Justin Herbert flushed out right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Herbert now. He dumps it to Eckler underneath. And he's taken down inside the 30.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive. On first down, it's Herbert. And the catch made by Hopkins.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Back-to-back 11-yard gains, and they've got another first down. They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. And they'll get him down right around the 16. Malik Jefferson in there on the stop.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Second and 8 coming up. Herbert. His throw caught right around the 6. And the Chargers are going to have a first and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you make curl a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window, fired a bullet in there for the completion. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on second and goal. And he's got it. 5 yards that time on the completion. And now it's third and goal.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
A big play if you think about it right now in this season opener. It's third and goal. He's got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Chargers. A great effort there. Making quite a splash with his second touchdown in his NFL debut. And the Chargers have taken the lead. Extra point hooks a bit, but it's up and good. And that makes it a 17-10 score. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Taken in at the 3. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of...
And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. And he'll be taken down deep into Charger territory. It's a big play there for Green Bay. We know he's good at catching the football, but then after the catch, he's got escapability.
Not only that, he's got some toughness as well, because you know he's coached very hard to make sure he battles through, breaks tackles, and then they finish with, but don't fumble the football.
And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. A loss of 2 there, second down.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Second and goal from the 6 this time.
2 times. 3 down.
Back to throw. McDonald. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. And picked up by the Chargers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. And it's intercepted at the goal line.
Picked off by Asante Samuel Jr.
And the Chargers are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
All right, work with me, partner. This is a classic understatement. Their execution has been very poor. Last 3 drives, 2 interceptions and a fumble. Winning football? We're not seeing it right now.
And this nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Well, a turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be. On 2nd and 10, the ball back with Herbert. He finds his man, complete. It's Parks. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. A big play there on the catch and run. Running on 1st down, Eckler. And this will be taken across midfield and into Green Bay territory. 42 yards rushing for him now to this point. They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard. Now it's Herbert. On the slant, complete to Hopkins. And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 36. Here's Herbert. He finds his man, complete. It's Parks. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On 2nd down, Eckler. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
He did a fine job there of not hitting it before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again, they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs. Able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
And this one is right through. And they double them up here. That makes our score 20-10. So that, CD, an important one here in the 4th quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a 2-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a 2-score game, and they were able to get it done.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly. Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. McDonald. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Here's McDonald to throw. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. And the defense coming through on on third down, a loss of 7 to bring up fourth. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Looking deep for Adams. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. A handoff. It's Eckler. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. That's going to be their second. They'll be left with one more plus the 2-minute warning. And we'll be back. Herbert off of play action. Oh, he stays up.
Oh, and that'll be incomplete. Oh, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a third down.
They certainly thought they had him surrounded and probably thought they were going to get him on the ground and get the sack, but he was able to elude that. And even though it threw it incomplete downfield, if you're a defensive back, you're loving the pressure that you're seeing from your front.
Here's Herbert. And it's intercepted at the goal line.
Picked off by Eric Stokes.
And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And the Packers are right back in this football game.
Now with that interception, you feel like we got a ball game again. Remember, 2-score contest and still time left here in the fourth.
And in the old days, not too long gone either. Throwing the ball here would have been an absolute no-no, but the way the game's played now, throwing it makes sense. You just have to be careful when you put it in the air.
McDonald sets to throw. And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far. Picked off by Asante Samuel Jr. Well, time, certainly not on their side offensively. They had to take some chances, but that interception will further hinder their already slim chance at victory.
Yeah, and you're talking about time not on their side, but it certainly is on the defense's side, and they understood that. They knew they had to press it a little.
There he goes, right side. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown.
Austin Eckler,
41 yards.
And the Chargers are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead.
Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week one because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. These fans. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on first down on the sack. To throw on second down. McDonald under pressure. They got him again. Nwosu. He's the one that drops him this go-around, and that pass rush getting strong here. Back-to-back sacks. The Packers on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be third and forever. He hits Adams, complete. A heck of a play there on third down, but amazingly, they're still short for fourth.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up, keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He goes right back to Adams. That's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Throwing is McDonald. Eluding the pressure right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And this one is incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Here's 2nd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. Setting up the screen here, Aaron Jones. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play. And that'll make it 3rd and 13. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They face a third down now as they try to find a late score. They'll look to throw again. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there. That brings up 4th. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
Not today, you won't. Not today. Nine the mic. Nine the mic. You better be afraid.
Out of the gun, McDonald. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he'll be touchdown here, but not before he does pick up the first. From the gun, it's McDonald. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
They go play action with McDonald. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. Touchdown, Packers. A great play there with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Packers have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. And now it appears that the referee's been buzzed, and we'll get a review. And this being inside 2 minutes of play, everything coming from up above. The extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is trimmed down to 10. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. Taken in at the 3. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Victory formation time for the Chargers. They take a knee. Victory formation time for the Chargers. They take a knee. So this one's over. It's in the win column for the LA Chargers. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.